It is silent time. I think this will be my last go at the Spire today. Getting my butt handed to me, and one does get tired of that eventually. And do we trade our money for the chance at heal hooks? Or do we keep our money for the chance at using a shop to do something? Looks like I'd like to use the shop. Pathing something like this. Fire here into Elite. And then we can do 2 more Elites here. All this culminating in a Slime Boss, the old Slimbo. Slimbo Jimbo. I would be okay with random rare card. Is that better than max health plus 6? Probably. Definitely some rares I wouldn't like, but... so it goes. Also, don't have to go to this Elite. We could just do this with the lose all gold for Transform 2. That's actually much more reasonable. That's probably worth it. That would even let me remove or transform 2 strikes because we don't have to fight the Elite for quite a while. Okay, yeah, actually, I like that more. Skip the shops, transform 2 strikes in this situation into After Image Deadly Poison. Cool. That's cool. Those are great, but they're not heal hook. Oh no, you're right. They're not heal hook. But this is Blade Dance. That's excellent with After Image here. Also excellent with the Flex Potion. And it's time to spin the wheel. What do we get today? A curse! Oh boy. Just what this run needed. Thanks for that. Note that that curse is always decay. So, yeah. If I have to live with decay for a while, maybe we take acrobatics here. Or we could fight the Elite just to get enough money to remove decay. That's also funny. Actually, with double flex potion, that's not even unreasonable. Either way, I'll take an acrobatics. Hard to go wrong with those. Backflip versus prepared. I'm backflip enjoyer, personally. I'll take backflip here. Probably need to play Blade Dance to avoid getting robbed. Alright, let's do it. Take 3. Definitely we did. Cool. Do I take a poison stab? If I'm fighting this elite, I suppose I am. Sure. Yeah, take the poison stab so we can kill the elite more easily. What happens after we've mastered every card? Victory. Sweet, sweet victory. Now that's a lot of damage. And as a reward for that one-time burst of strength, we get permanent strength via the shuriken. If we play 3 attacks, we'll gain strength. It makes Riddle with Holes kind of slap a little bit, but not as much as Glass Knife slaps, dealing massive damage twice. We're going to upgrade that immediately and chunk through 2 more elites. We got just enough money together to remove the Stinky Decay, which is probably what I'll do, although buying another Blade Dance is definitely tempting. Just need to be free of a curse. Ooh, there's some strength. Vajra, look at that. The strong silent type, I see. This is an okay card with strength, but we need a lot of skills to make it work. We do have a lot of skills. We're at 10 skills out of 18 cards. This would be 10 out of 19 then. I don't think that's quite good enough. Given the strength relics, I don't think I want to lean in too much into poison anymore either. Instead, focusing on attacks, since we get such a large bonus to those. That's right, we're not skilled enough. Forget After Image, just deal damage. No, we absolutely cannot miss Glass Knife. Take 11 for the guarantee. We might break the draw. I don't want to do that. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Okay. So playing Survivor last turn would have been a terrible idea. That's why we had to do that. Knack Knack, thanks for the 13 months of the Prime sub. Yeah, a lot of people in chat eating the brick to the face in their version of the game. And you know what? I don't blame you. Becca 3, thanks for the Prime sub. Welcome to the Cozy Sub Club. Who doesn't love a good plate of brick in the morning? I also just kind of had that feeling, you know, like we've already been given the curse from the wheel gremlin. When Spire wants to kill you, it's gonna try. So you have to put up a fight. Kind of torn between Cloak and Dagger accuracy here. Accuracy with only one Blade Dance is kind of weak. I'll take the Cloak. Love the Cunning Potion, too. Really good thematic bonus. And we can upgrade that Cloak and Dagger to be one more Shiv. With the Shuriken, we don't necessarily ever need accuracy. We can just make the base damage of the Shivs really high. Oh, man. Now, that's a turn 1. We can do Blade Dance, Cloak and Dagger, Glass Knife. So Glass Knife is going to do 15 twice. Should kill either the front or the back one. So let's kill the back one. Three more cards is 9 block. We can kill this one, though. That's probably worth it. Take one. Boom. Get 300 gold. As well as... nothing that we want here. Catalyst, I guess, kind of works with Deadly Poison, Poison Stab, but we just want to play Shivs at this point. Skip it. Can we do this without resting? Yeah, because we have effectively 31 health with Toy Ornithopter. That should be good enough. We could consider upgrading After Image. I also like the Backflip, Acrobatics, or Neutralize upgrades. Actually, Backflip upgrade's one of my favorites. Let's grab that. I think Neutralize is a very reasonable choice, too. Slime Boss goes down pretty easy when you've got really good damage output. And that's certainly where this deck is at. Let's see, is Glass Knife too much damage? This would be 30. Yes, that's too much damage. So don't Acrobatics. Probably want to use the Cunning Potion now. Yeah, let's do that. Just destroy them. Good fight. And Max says, when I was first learning Spire years ago, at this point the general consensus was that pure number upgrades were generally worse than effect upgrades. What do you think happened to change that line of thinking? I think people got a better understanding for how long the average fight in Spire is, and how much of an impact just a one-time bonus can really have. Oh man, Phantasmal Killer would make this deck really slap. Could also go Wraith Form. Yeah, I think just flat numeric upgrades can really help a lot. Especially the smaller or more redrawable your deck is, the better those flat increases become. Let's take a Phantasmal Killer. I really like, especially since we already have very good damage, doubling it additionally, it's going to be like playing the Watcher. And for Boss Relic, we get an interesting mix here. Cursed Key is on docket. I mean, I think we take it, right? We're still trying to find double Clumsy, so Cursed Key is still one of our best ways to do that. Not the world's worst hovering kite either. We've got an Acrobatics. Had I taken the Prepared instead of the Backflip, this might be the pick. But let's take the key. We need to get 2 copies of the Clumsy Curse and win. At some point this year. Hopefully this month. But it's been putting up a fight, that's for sure. Let's see. Looks like we're going Fire into Elite. I do not mind fighting a lot of Elites. Maybe even the Burning Elite, this act. I think that's entirely reasonable, in fact. Something like this. Although I don't like fighting the Burning Elite immediately after getting a curse. That could be spooky. Bummer. We lose a decent chunk of our health to this fight, but we're through. And we have plenty more health, ultimately. Heal Hook. If the enemy has weak, gain an energy and draw a card. Good news is it's even the kind of card we're actually going to want in this deck, too, as it works with a Shuriken. Let's go. And we could become a spooky ghost if we wanted to. It's a pretty good way to scale our defense. Or, well, to provide burst defense while we try to murder things with shivs. I have mixed feelings about apparitions in general. I'm not sure I like them here. They definitely make Shuriken harder to use. Heal Hook definitely gets harder to use. I'm going to refuse. I don't want him. Alright, I'll look at 2 more potions. We could do better. That's fine. Heal to full, says the Waffle. And gain some max health while you're at it. Nunchaku says, turn all these attacks into more energy. I like that. And there's an Acrobatics besides. Also wouldn't mind removing a Defend card here. Or maybe even Deadly Poison could go. How long has this challenge been going on? We started at the very beginning of this year. Don't think Akabeko quite competes with my other relic options. Oh, I have 154? Perfect. Remove Defend. Add Acrobatics. No dollars remain. Delicious. Heal Hook. Power. Wait a minute. Maybe I just take that, or do we take the reflex? I think I take the Acro Plus. Just grab more of these. Dead Teddy with 29 months. Look at those waffles. They're waffling. Punish for buying Acro? I'm not sure about that. Having one more is not a bad thing, necessarily. But yeah, potentially. Definitely. Heel hook. Go. Meat on the bone. When our health is at or below half. After combat, heal 12. If you want a way to specifically injure the heart more, we could take a Caltrops. That's worth thinking about, actually. I'm going to take that. I will happily do it. Provides nice damage support in a few other fights, too. Strike deals 20 damage. Dang. Piercing Whale. That's a card we don't have one of yet. And a very good defensive card, especially for later in the game. Keep double liquid memories for now. I think this elite is about to have a bad time. That's cute, actually. I guess I'll take the Sapphire Key over Omamori. I like that. That's funny. Give me the curses. I want them. And I guess I'm going to upgrade Neutralize now that we have the heal hook. I suppose so. Ooh, glad I picked Piercing Whale here. Let's Acro first, though. Ooh, even better. Caw, my friends. Let's see, we take not that much, and I can do 5 to each with Caltrops, which is better than any single attack card. Although we do gain strength if I play an attack card. Which gets doubled next turn. So I guess I will play Poison Stab because of the Shuriken. Alright, well that looks like a Liquid Memories to me. Okay, Liquid Memories are Acrobatics Plus. Discard the Doubt, find some actual damage. Or I could Liquid Memories the Cloak and Dagger. I think I'd rather just get the Acro, though. don't actually take that much damage if I don't do this, but still think it's better. Low. There you are. 28 damage twice. That is so very much. Well, fair enough. It's only 4. Do I know what my win rate is during this challenge? Yes. I'm going to be looking at some of the overall stats of the challenge once it's fully complete, which will include things like win rate. The win rate command lists my win rate averaged between this year and last year. So it's not accurate for just the challenge. You're definitely having lower win rate this year than last year, given that I'm trying to do something different than I was last year. Of course, I was trying to just win the game last year. Now I'm trying to win with extra conditions, so of course that happens less. I was trying to list all the curses, but even though I had missed one, I was sure that I'd gotten them all. There was no doubt in my mind. Cute. I see we have a problem. Do something I probably shouldn't and play a bunch of stuff. We may have to liquid memories next turn, depending on what this is. Looks fine. Oh no, he's 1 hit point away? Cruelty. I did do that to myself, though, by targeting the neutralize here. That was wrong. Take 16. Not even, actually. 14, right? Whatever. Not that bad. 13, actually. Even less. Keep the potion is what I'm getting at. That's not a bad source of area damage, which currently we do kind of lack. We have enough damage we can just use shivs to kill individual enemies, though. So I'm not sure I need a dagger spray. Going into collector, though? Never mind, I'll take it. Seems useful. Yeah, and for Reptomancer. Exactly, for Reptomancer. Heel hook, go! You did it, heel hook. Survivor barely does anything. Survivor would have blocked for 1 with Tori. Is it time to upgrade After Image? I think it's time to upgrade another Acrobatics. That's what I think. Yeah, why upgrade After Image when you just draw it turn 1 anyway? Easy. Take 14, that's not too bad. Here's Dagger Spray. Good. You play 4 attacks. Thanks to Nunchaku. Which actually does result in new minions, but I fear not. Stinky minions. Just redraw the Dagger Spray. Easy. Kerblam. GG. Mega powerful damage. Adrenaline is definitely welcome here. Just a splash of additional energy. Goes great with After Image. We could take Bullet Time to try to play after we've drawn a bunch of cards with the Acrobatics. I think this is of limited utility. Weird with the Nunchaku as well. You might think that we could benefit from 1,000 cuts. We do play a lot of cards, but it's expensive to get into play. And we're already solving the fights that it helps in anyway. So I'd say take an Adrenaline here. We're offered yet another Snecko Eye. How many Sneckos will I take today? I think we're done with them. Coffee Dripper seems okay, though. We can't rest at rest sites, but we have meat on the bone, so unlikely that we need to. And then we'll have 5 base energy per turn, which makes these 3 copies of Acrobatics extra good. That sounds great. We also have healing from the Toy Ornithopter. My usual rule of thumb is that you only need any 1 relic that heals you to make this pretty passable. And if you have 2 or more, it's excellent. Where we're going, we don't need no resting. But we do need to remove doubt. Well, maybe need is a strong word. We want to remove doubt. We also just want to go to a shop in general, I think. So, let's start here. Hello. Foolish Darklings. This fight, of course, only ends when all 3 of these foes are dead at the same time. Anyone that dies gets revived after 1 turn down, which is quite annoying. But I see Dagger Spray is here to save the day. Good work, Dagger Spray. Calculated Gamble Plus. Discard your hand and draw that many cards. That's an excellent one. That's the one we want. It's green! It saith loose on it. Footwork here. Definitely something that's valuable. Just thinking about how much gold we're going to get. Probably can't do footwork and remove here, because we want to keep our options open for a later shop. Deflect with no dex is not a thing. That's correct. Maybe if you have enough after images, but you'd rather use a different card in that case. I think Eviscerate is okay, but only okay. We definitely want to save some of our money, so I think my question is, do I remove or do I add footwork? I think I remove. With Tori, especially. Gonna get rid of this curse. And that's all we do. For now. Terror. It's going to make all of our attacks do even more damage. Quite excellent. Let's take an event. Just one. It's got potions that I don't want. Alright, that was a waste. Or was it? My shivs now deal 18 damage. Eat your heart out accuracy. Got him. Take it free Eviscerate. Okay. That's probably the last attack we need. I don't even know if we need that attack, quite frankly, but sure, sure. How many more upgrades do I want? Guess is the question. I'd love to keep upgrading acrobatics and adrenaline and yeah, okay. Keep going. Upgrade everything is the answer. Let's do this first. Not that one either, please. Good. Well, that's a bit unfortunate. Yeah, we should stop here. This can't be allowed. Better. Better. Can wait out the statuses, that'd be kind of helpful. Not required, though. Could also just go for the kill here. I'll take it. Take yet another acrobatics. Or do we take a sucker punch to make our heel hook more reliable? I would like another weak source, I don't think it's this one. Die. Good. Excellent. Okay, you're toast, lady. Blast Knife does 45 damage twice. Shivs do 27. Get a bird-faced urn, heal 2 per power played. And what's that? A copy of Heel Hook. I'll take it. That means I don't actually need to open this chest. We should probably consider just trying to win with what we have, so that we can finish Silent completely. So I think we don't open this treasure chest, although let's see what type it is. Yeah, it's the small type. So only a common or uncommon relic contained within. Odds of getting not 1 but 2 clumsies in the next couple of floors is exceedingly low. Whereas we have a thing we actually want to accomplish here. So yes, there's a faint chance we could pull it off, but the risk of flying too close to the sun is quite real. If you lose the run, you don't get either card mastered. That also means I could avoid this shop if I want to now. Stabbing too close to the sun. I don't feel like I want to look at 2 shops. Let's just do this. Transient should be a pretty easy fight for us. We just have to do consistent damage, which we definitely can do. Oh, the Heel Hook Infinite is ready. Look at that, already at half health. Heel Hook online. Don't draw this again. 2 turns to kill. Whiskey, thanks for the 30 months, 3 metric years. Almighty, all-powerful. 57 damage twice. destroyed Mr. Transient. GG. Killed with a strike. We get well-laid plans. It's about time. That's a card we would still add. Not that many cards we want, but that's certainly one of them. We do not block that well. Alright, you spiky jerk. Bring it on. Have a taste of your own medicine. That's right. Give him the old spikaroo. Spike-a-diddly-doo. I think I'd rather have a second backflip. Again, we're going to struggle a little bit to block in the late game. I'm hoping that we can get some more decks in addition to this deck's potion. Backflip will help a lot with that. One more elite. Giant Head. That shouldn't be too bad. Giant Head is very vulnerable to attack spam, which we do exceedingly well at. Shivtacular. $50 damage Shiv. Shiv Annihilation. Bronze Scales will help us kill the heart quickly. A second Piercing Whale will help us survive the hearts, although with Tori we don't necessarily need these as much. Still think we want another one here. Could also take more Caltrops, but that's overkill. No way I ever take Infinite Blades there. Upgrade Terror? I also don't hate upgrading our best blocks. Backflip and Survivor. It's actually do Adrenaline over Terror. Do like the 1 more energy. I maybe ought to consider an after image upgrade. Maybe we can do that in the final act here. I don't care that much. Generally. Ow, by the way. Oh, crap. Oh, boy. Sometimes Time Meter do be like that. There we go. Perfect. Now I just have to stop taking damage. Winky face. Surely that'll be easy, right? Okay, you can stop now. Please and thank you. Meter below half. Perfect. Oh yeah, we kill here. Easy. What's that? You're trying to heal? Too bad. I'm a little sad we had to burn a potion to get through that fight comfortably, but I think 39 health ought to do it for these two. At least one certainly hopes. Could be pretty tough, actually. Definitely play this. I only take 1 if I defend, so let's defend here. Keep play dance with Phantasmal. We're not getting through these artifact stacks, unfortunately, so let's just dish out some damage. I guess we could actually, huh? Not if I don't draw that, though. Two more cards is fine. So let's go Piercing Whale, Glass Knife? I guess so. Keep Acrobatics, Terror. Although I suppose we'd only want a Terror Deca, huh? Could also use Piercing Whale on Deca. This looks good to me. Let's keep Blade Dance, Glass Knife. No, it's worth taking a little bit, surely. Just land this. Keep these. No, these. Get meat value anyway. Excellent. Oh, shoot. Oh, no, we're good, we're good. Thought that wasn't enough for a second. Whew. Kind of close, actually. Now I do giga damage. Let's see if we can stand up to it. Sure looks like a no. Okay. We're on to Act 4 with our double heel hook ultra build. And one neutralize, two thump, a deep pulsing dread can be felt throughout the room. Is this the heart of the spire, the source of all these shivs? Deal 2180 damage. The heart squirms and bleeds, but is ultimately still pounding. Alright, let's upgrade this. We're going to want that in the heart fight. Is neutralize our only source of weakness for this run? Unfortunately, yes. Yes, it is. Alright, good news. I did find the second source of dexterity that I wanted. We can have 4 dex for the heart fight. That's not too bad. Fruit juice could get us some more HP. We could get more energy with Happy Flower instead. More damage with Pen Nib instead. Do like having more health. Fruit juice is 10 more health. I guess 10 health is pretty good. Let's do that. You can buy nothing that I want. Alright. Don't know if this will be enough to win the endgame here, I'm going to be honest. This is not an encouraging turn 1 either. Against these two. That's a bit better. I think I've learned my lesson about not facing this fool, though. Could weaken him instead? Actually, that's probably better, yeah? Yeah. That way that still applies for next turn. We want our damage here? Probably. I was hoping we'd get an acrobatics. Good. Okay, no sign of well-laid plans, unfortunately. So we have to discard Blade Dance, probably, or maybe Caltrops. I guess Blade Dance is better than Caltrops at the moment. Still looking to push damage on the shield. Seems iffy. This gets us a lot of strength. How does Phantasmal Killer stack? You get more turns of double damage. It's Gamba time. That's more like it. Get destroyed. want to play Caltrops for 2 health. There it is, the blessed Kunai, Twitch chat. I wasn't sure we were going to be able to survive it long against Heart with this build, but a Kunai changes everything. Kunai GG, as they say. And you know what? I like another well-laid plans here. Not over yet, though. We can still lose this fight. If the draw order isn't cooperative. So we gotta be careful, but look at this turn 1! After Image, Terror, Neutralize, Double Heal Hook. Does it get much better than that? I'm not sure it does. Heal Hook OP. Vikings Call, thanks for the Prime sub, and 2 months of support. Defend card, good. Probably just hold on to that. We can go well-laid plans. Blade Dance. Maybe don't play the last attack? Question mark. Oh, I think I know the way to do it, actually. It's like this. Might as well drink these now as well. So we hold this Shiv till next turn, so we can get 1 more energy with it. Cool. 6 dexterity already. Great sign. Non-threatening attack, also great. I don't actually know if I want to adrenaline. I'm going to do it. Excellent. Begin the Shivening. Just lots of attacks to get lots of stats is the goal here. We take 1 damage per, but that's okay. Actually, we can change that. I guess I'm not playing Calculated Gamble at all. We're just going to let the Tori take care of this. Ow. And then we have pretty good blocks here. Nothing amazing. But it's enough to survive, and that's, quite frankly, all that matters at this particular moment in this fight. That we don't get killed. .23 health is not a large buffer. But it is sufficient. We could go Phantasmal Gamble? Gamble. Heart weak for next turn, that's pretty important. Scale our stats. Just get rid of this. And then retain 3. Important to remember that we actually do have retain 3 here. This could be used to remove artifact from the heart. Alright, we're no longer frail. The heart is weakened. This is a lot more in our favor than the last attack was. And we'll have Piercing Wail ready for next turn if we need it. Not even sure we will. This looks pretty good. I think this would definitely be struggling without the kunai, for sure. Struggling hard. Perfect block. Keep. I guess defend whale. Whale. Yeah, this fight's almost over. Get in there, heel hook. Boom. Show him how it's done. Oh, and what's that? Retaliatory spike damage to the tune of 120. Makes for a very simple conclusion to this fight. Heel hook. Go. GG. GG. It's finally over. GG. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. All thanks to the last minute kunai. Mizuza, thanks for the 13 months and the Prime sub. It was worth it. We're finally off the hook for playing Silent. It will take some time for those wounds to heal. GG. Yeah, what has it been done? The spire sleepeth, and so shall I. GG. Corporal Ninja, thanks for the 3 months. Can finally go back to never clicking on that card again. Definitely not iMac, thanks for the Prime sub. Welcome to the Cozy Sub Club. How fun do I find Silent? Silent is fun. Silent is quite fun. Silent can be frustrating at times if she fails to get strong in Act 1 and just kind of dies in Act 2. But I really like how diverse her toolkit is for the late game, the different ways you can answer the elites in the heart with Silent's card pool. Would it be possible to do something like a pacifist build with no attacks and kill the heart with that? Yes, you can absolutely win the whole game with no attacks played. On all the characters even. Although it's really difficult to do this on Ironclad successfully. How's it going, Tom? Friend showed me a really cool Torchhead figurine yesterday. It was part of the collector's edition of Slay the Spire. That pun is the boss. Haven't had a true fun run as Silent until you beat the heart with quad Caltrops. It's fun. Caltrops only is a very fun way to try to win with Silent. Works exceedingly well on some enemies, and then it's just useless on others, like Giant Head. What Ascension level would I say I have a 100% win rate on Silent? Probably Ascension 9 would be the highest I would be so bold as to think I could do that on. Once you add the Ascender's Bane, all bets are off. Ascender's Bane is what gives Jawworm its true power. Are we off to hell next? That is indeed where we're going. In a few minutes here, Twitch chat. I'm going to take a quick break, refill the legs, stretch the water. Very happy with our Spire stream. And another mastered card. Oh yeah, let me mark that. You absolutely can take a look at the run history screen while I go on a break here, Twitch chat. So I'll be back in 5 or so minutes. When I return, we'll play some Monster Train, looking to clean out some of the expert challenges in that game. Be right back, everybody. Don't go nowhere.